Okay, so Becky mentioned gaming the system, right?
Yeah,
Misusing the system.
right.
So some of the ways that people misuse the system as far as financial aid's concerned is you can have a grant, a Pell Grant, you can have scholarships, you can have other means that are used to pay for school, right? So let's say in New Orleans, we have what's called Delgado Community College, also referred to as
DCC or something?
Delgado.
Oh, I didn't know.
You didn't know that. You
No.
wouldn't. I wouldn't expect you to know that.
Then why'd you ask me?
I was just hoping. I was hopeful. I was hopeful. So yeah, we have Delgado Community College, right? So let's say you're getting a Pell Grant for I don't even know how the shit works, but I'm making up numbers. Like, well, your combined scholarships and your grants are $5,000. Okay, you enroll part time into this community college. Let's say your tuition is $2,200. Your grants and your scholarships are more than enough, more than double to cover your tuition, right? $5,000. Your
Mm-hmm.
tuition is 2,200.
Mm-hmm.
So on top of that, what you do is you apply for financial aid through the government,
Mm-hmm.
subsidized loan, and you get another $8,000. Okay, I'm just throwing numbers out here, but you get another $8,000. You don't need that $8,000 because your grants and your scholarships have already covered your tuition. So anyway, the grants and the scholarships, they get paid directly to the school. The $8,000 gets paid directly to the school. But you get a what's called a reimbursement check from the school. So everything outside of that $2,200 is going to be refunded to you. If maybe not the grants and scholarships.
No.
Okay. But the $8,000 that student loan that you got is going to be refunded to you through the school because Delgado Community College is going to say, all right, your tuition's covered, everything is covered. This $8,000 that the government sent us, here's a check. So people are doing this shit quarterly. They're enrolling part time. Half of them, like, I don't even think they go to school. I know people who have been doing this shit for 10 plus years and living off of student loans. So they probably owe like $100,000 or more in student loans. They have no intention on paying it back. And like, I know people driving in BMWs that they bought with student loans, people walking around with like real Gucci, like real Fendi, like I'm talking about the real designer brands, shit that costs like $1,500 for a bag or more. Student loans. That's what they're using. So those are the people that Becky are referring to when she says the people that abuse the system, right? Now, do I feel sorry for people who are in over their head in student loan? No, not at all.
Okay.
I don't care if you did it the non-abusive way or the abuse. I don't really because at the end of the day, what you're doing is you're borrowing money that you don't have, right? You got to pay it back, and you agree to the terms, whatever the terms are, whether it be a variable interest rate. We talked about forbearance, right? Yeah, we mentioned that earlier. So whether it be a variable interest rate, whatever it is, whatever the terms are. And the reason I mentioned forbearance again is because the interest is added to the principal. Why should I feel sorry? You did this to yourself. And there's a lot of people out here is like, well, shit, I was 18 years old. I didn't know what I was getting into. I was just trying to get financing to go to school. Okay, you got it, didn't you? So at the end of the day, why should I feel sorry when you owe $40,000? You can't you can't pay the shit back because there are instances where people are like, yo, it's either I pay my rent or I pay my student loans. Okay? I don't feel bad for you, because that's like me going out and getting a damn. This is really a false equivalent, but still, it's like me going out and getting a payday loan and then expecting people to feel sorry for me when I can't pay my payday loan back. I'm sorry, I have no sympathy. And then you'll have, I'm sure the argument will be, how else was I supposed to get money to go to school? I don't know. But if you're going to borrow money from the mafia, expect to pay that shit back or else.
One way or another.
Right. So, I'm not saying that the system is not fucked up. The system is very fucked up. But at the end of the day, I've never been one to borrow money. I don't like to borrow money. I don't like to do loans. Now, this is me personally. I came up dirt poor. Majority of my family came up dirt poor. We understand the value of a dollar. And I think I get this from my grandfather, and Becky will tell y'all, car loans. I'll kick and scream. There's a fucking mortgage. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to borrow money, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, I just don't like to borrow money. Point blank, period. If I don't have it to pay for whatever it is that needs to be paid for, I don't need that. So it is what it is. And same could be said for education. I would never take out a loan to pay for education. Just me. Becky, you have taken out a loan to pay for education. So tell us about that.